Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger, and this is another episode of Under the Radar, where we talk all things film and sometimes TV. And with me tonight, I have a wonderful panel. I have Rachel Kolb. Welcome back, Rachel.
Hi, happy to be back as always.
Awesome. And Eric Godfrey, sir. Welcome back, sir.
I'm also very happy to be here.
Nice. I'm happy and excited that you guys are here. This is great. And we've got a couple of things to talk about tonight. But firstly, I just want to acknowledge a very tragic event that took place this week, just a few days ago. Director, producer, writer Ivan Reitman has passed away. We all know him, from classics such as the first two Ghostbusters, Meatballs, Stripes, Kindergarten Cop, Twins, Junior, Dave, Father's Day, very underrated film, and Evolution. And he was just a giant in the film industry, a comedy giant. He knew how to direct comedic actors, and no better example than Ghostbusters. So I just want to express my deepest sympathies to the Reitman family, to the whoever has ever worked with Ivan, and to all my fellow Ghostbusters brothers and sisters. We are all affected by this loss. It really is a tremendous blow to the community. And I just wanted to see, you guys, Rachel, Eric, were you fans of Mr. Reitman's work?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters, absolutely. Stripes is, I think, one of my favorite comedies. That still to this day, there's so much about that movie I absolutely love.
Yeah.
So it's just like, Reitman and comedy. It's just he left a mark. There's no question.
Dave is honestly a really great underrated. Sometimes people forget that it's Reitman, but yeah, it's a really great movie.
No, I agree.
I agree. No, I love Dave. I think Kevin Kline was like perfect in that role. And even Sigourney Weaver, they played off each other very well. Ving Rhames was hilarious in that, and a very young Laura Linney. So
she's right. It has been a while. That should be a good excuse for me to go back and watch Dave, because it's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah.
Last night I just felt like putting on Junior, because it's one of the few Ivan Reitman films that I have not really. I think I've only seen it one time prior, but really
it is
funny.
A fascinating beast.
Yeah,
because Reitman, he also did Twins, right?
He did, yeah.
See, I love Twins. Twins was great, and that's why I was like, I mean, Junior was such a weird thing, because I think Twins, but the fact that they got so much great mileage out of Schwarzenegger and DeVito together, and then just Junior not quite hit the mark the same way that the Twins did.
They tried with that one, and it does sort of succeed. It's pretty funny. It's sweet. It's endearing. It's a nice little family comedy, but it's nowhere near as good as Twins was.
Right.
And I think that I don't know if it's actually coming out, but Triplets, there a sequel to Twins.
Yeah.
I think that was in development.
Oh man.
Yeah, originally I read that they originally wanted Eddie Murphy as the triplet, but I think that he was replaced by Tracy Morgan. So I'm a little nervous though, because we all know what happened with Coming to America too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of feel about triplets. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but
I guess we'll see.
Well, I can say that I don't have the same I think that I've seen bits of Twins, but I've never seen the whole thing, and I don't have the same sort of endearing love for it. So I'm gonna go in with very low expectations, and I'll probably be totally fine with it.
Well, you got to finish Twins, Rachel. It's so funny.
Absolutely.
Schwarzenegger and DeVito have like perfect chemistry. It's really, really great.
They do. That's why it works so well. The two of them actually do really gel well.
If there is a Reitman film that I want to go back and rewatch this week, though, it's probably Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, yes.
Too many classic lines.
Yep.
So great. Ivan Reitman, he was a part of my childhood. He basically helped raise me through his movies. And when I found out about his passing, it was like a slap in the face. It was like, whoa, completely out of left field, and just really, really sad. I know that I don't know if my Ghostbusters group or a different group is coming up with a lapel pin. We have one for Harold Ramis when he passed in 2014. So
Yeah.
I think they have made one for Ivan, which is really great. So it's just a lovely way to honor the man and his legacy.
Agreed.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking of putting together a tribute show in the next couple of weeks. So you guys are invited if you want to talk about him some more. But there's so much to say about Ivan's work and the legacy and the impact he had on all of us. So
Absolutely.
yeah, Ivan, you will be missed, sir. So keeping Harold company. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get into weekly watches. What are we watching this week? I'll start first because I always, start with you guys, but I just want to mention a really good show. It's on HBO Max right now. It's called And Just Like That. And it's I'm not ashamed of this. It's the sequel series to
We've been watching it. Yeah.
You have
We've
been?
actually
Okay,
watched it. Yeah, we
cool.
watched it all.
Isn't it? I mean, it's really, really good. And I was never a huge fan of Sex and the City from the 90s, but this show makes me want to go back and check out the original stuff to see how it all led up to this craziness.
Right.
And the acting is fantastic. Sarah Jessica Parker obviously is great in the lead. We've got Cynthia Nixon, who she ran for New York governor a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. She ran against Cuomo, I think.
Yeah, she lost to Cuomo.
Yep, she did run against Cuomo.
Yeah. And we've got Kristen Davis, who is adorable, I must say. She's so sweet, so naive. Samantha was missing. We did not have Kim Cattrall, but that's okay, because I think just the three women, that was enough. We've got the spicy Che, stirring things up. So it's a lot of fun. I don't know why. It's just a very enjoyable, very funny, refreshing show. And guys, what did you think?
And it's also nice seeing a New York that's post-COVID, because it feels like we're not even quite there yet. So it's kind of an aspirational, hopefully soon in the future, this is what it's going to be like again.
One of our when COVID first started, we did watch all of Sex and the City.
Yes, this is
true. When we got HBO Max, so
Nice.
Weirdly enough, without knowing it, I accidentally prepared myself for Just Like That by us watching Sex and the City beginning to end.
How many seasons is the original show?
It's 6 or 7.
Is it?
It's either 6 or 7 seasons. I don't remember.
I think it's 5 or 6.
We did not watch the movies though. So
well, I watched the first movie. I did not watch the second one, which is
notorious.
Notoriously bad.
So they go in order, right? So it's Sex and the City, the movies, then And Just Like That.
Then this And Just Like That.
Yeah.
Okay.
They generally kind of ignored the second movie in the continuity.
I feel even worse the fact that the show had to deal with the tragic loss of her friend. What's the actor's name?
Yes, I'm looking it
Who
up.
passed away
now.
while they were filming.
The gay friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stanton. I forget the actor.
Because he does show up for the first few
Yeah.
episodes.
Stanford,
and
sorry,
unfortunately, it's just like
it's Willie Garson was the actor who played Stanford in the show.
And I think they did a really good job with how they dealt with that. And it's like I can't imagine them coming back after all this and then having that tragedy happen.
Yeah. It was just last year, I think he passed.
Yeah, he just passed away.
Yeah, cancer.
Sucks. Yeah, he was really funny. I loved his character. I liked I forget his husband's name.
Oh yeah, Anthony or no?
Yes, he was played by
the one
Mario
comedian who is
Catone.
always hilarious.
Is it Mario Catone?
Yes. Thank you.
Very, very funny. So yeah, after watching And Just Like That, it's like I needed more. I needed more of this world in my life, so I had to revisit. I'm only on like episode 2 or 3 of Sex and the City, but
Okay.
it's crazy how time has flown by and how much they've aged, but they've all aged gracefully. So it's I like it a lot. It's very refreshing.
And then
Yeah.
they get to teleport back to a different New York.
It's kind of crazy how the show right off the bat also knew exactly what it wanted to be, even having Mr. Big be a character from the very beginning of the show.
Right. Oh, and guys, no spoilers.
Well, we're talking about, I think you're talking the new series or the
I'm
old
talking
series?
about the original
Yeah,
series.
the original series.
The original series
Yeah.
really knew what it was right
Yeah.
off the bat, from the fashion, the writing style,
And especially the chase between Big and Carrie.
Yeah, the characters and all of their friendships and everything. It's it kind of hit the ground running, knowing what it wanted to do.
Absolutely right there.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool. I can't wait to see more. Really, I love it. It's great. And aside from that, I'm also watching Peacemaker, which we're going to be reviewing next week, season 1 of that. And also, of course, my never-ending quest to see all things Coen brothers. I've taken a little bit of a break. Right now I'm in the middle of Hudsucker Proxy, rewatching that one. And it's very exciting. Guys, I can't wait to have you on for a future commentary or two of some of the Coen brothers work.
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay, guys. So our first movie review is actually on Amazon Prime right now. It's streaming. And it is a lovely little rom-com called I Want You Back, which focuses on two complete strangers who both get dumped pretty much at the same time. And they decide to they meet and join forces and try to win back their exes. And in the process of doing so, hilarity ensues. And we've got Charlie Day of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame, and Jenny Slate, fantastic comedian. We also have Clint Eastwood's son, Scott, Gina Rodriguez. It's an all-star cast, wonderful talent, great comedic talent. And I actually like this a lot more than I thought I would. I was very intrigued at the beginning because I really love Charlie Day. I love his work on It's Always Sunny. And I think he helmed this film very well, as did, most of the cast did a great job. And yeah, just in time for Valentine's Day. So guys, what did you think of I Want You Back?
Yeah, this honestly felt like kind of an elevated version of the best of the rom-coms from the 2000s.
Right.
It was just really fun and very sweet, but it also was kind of aware of all the various conventions that came with that era of romantic comedies, and it kind of smartly addressed them in a similar way to something like My Best Friend's Wedding, for example, which is very much a subversion of the rom-com genre. I thought that all the actors just did wonderfully. I thought Jenny Slate manages to pull out a really emotional performance. Like, she gets to do a lot in this movie. She gets to do comedy. She gets to do these very tragic moments for her character, and like moments of her like not only being lost romantically, but lost personally and professionally, that she doesn't really know what she wants. And she gets to play Audrey for a hot second in a middle school production of Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah,
which gave me flashbacks to one of my favorite episodes of Gilmore Girls, where they're doing a local production of Fiddler on the Roof, and it's basically all of these little kids all playing the roles, except for one actor who's playing Tevye, who is a grown man. And it had a very similar dynamic going on. And I have a deep love for the musical Little Shop. And if Jenny Slate ever wants to do a production, I will happily buy a ticket to go see it, because she is a very good choice for Audrey.
Did I hear like they were doing another like a film adaptation,
There has been rumors for a long time that they want to do another film adaptation of it.
Right.
It's kind of been an off again, like, running rumor for years and years, but I don't know what the current status of it is. It's probably listed on IMDb under in development or pre-production or something. but there's been like a rotating list of actors like attached to it at various points. But I think Jenny Slate would be a very good choice for a production of it.
I think maybe Simon Helberg would be a good Rick Moranis substitute.
Yeah, I could definitely see him in that role. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he can sing as well.
I think so.
I have no idea.
I think
he sang in that the Tom Hanks movie where he played Walt Disney. And
yes.
Saving Mr. Banks.
Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, Saving Mr. Banks. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think he sang in that, or he was writing. He was a songwriter for Mary Poppins in that scene, that one scene at the piano. But we're going off topic here.
yeah. So, but there actually is a production of Little Shop that's running right now in New York. But if they got Jenny Slate to like come play Audrey in it, I would like, as it is, I think it's probably pretty difficult to find tickets right now for it. But if she went to go see it, like I would make sure to be in the audience.
Yeah. I'm sure whoever they got is phenomenal and has great comic timing. So, but yeah,
yes.
The movie, she was pretty perfect, with the blonde wig that do, and she had the voice down. So yeah, she's great. Aaron, what did you think of the film?
I'm going to repeat a lot of it because I enjoyed it as much too, because I'm a big fan of Charlie Day and also Manny Jacinto, who plays the drama teacher.
Oh yeah.
It made me want to go back and rewatch all of The Good Place because I miss him so much. But what I appreciated the most about it was a very funny movie. It's a very good comedy. Slate and Day play really well off each other, and so is Gina Rodriguez and everybody else. And even Scott Eastman was surprisingly really likable and very funny. But what I appreciated the most was it was a very aware comedy. Like it was right from the get-go, it knew what the audience expectation was. It's like, oh, I know what's going to happen here. And so rather than just try to ignore that and just kind of do a conventional thing, I feel like there's a really good moment where you feel like the movie's like, yeah, we know you know what's coming, but we're going to work with that, and we're going to have a really heartfelt justification that a lot of those other comedies don't do. And I really appreciate, and that's what really made me appreciate this movie.
Yeah, it broke new ground, but at the same time, it felt very familiar, and that's what I liked about it. It kind of kept you guessing, like, okay, are they going to get together? Are they not? But I don't know. It's just, I think it's a testament to the writing, which was very, very strong.
Yeah,
and I can't think of a better actor than Charlie Day to be the lead here. It's so good. I
was definitely losing it during the house party scene.
Jumping into the hot tub from the roof. I mean, I didn't love Horrible Bosses. I didn't think he was fully utilized in those movies. But here they really gave him an opportunity to shine, and it worked really well. So, and Gina Rodriguez, I think I've only seen her in Jane the Virgin, but she's great too. I think, like I said, everybody in all the main 4 cast members, fantastic. And I'm really glad we got to discuss this movie.
It's I feel like sometimes rom-coms, they forget how smart they can be, and it was nice to get one that remembered that it's okay to have a formula but be smart about it.
Well, I think some people make a romantic comedy thinking that it's an easy genre, or that they don't really need to like have much to it. You just need a couple of like pretty looking people and just like go through the motions. But like some of the best movies of all time are romantic comedies. Like When Harry Met Sally is the perfect example.
Say Anything, it's one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just want to mention another rom-com that came out recently. I actually caught it a couple of nights ago. Marry Me with J-Lo and Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah.
It was okay, not as good as this, but it was still very sweet. And Wilson and J-Lo had pretty good chemistry, actually. But the humor, the script was not nearly as good as this, unfortunately. I was actually more excited to see this than Marry Me. So that's why we're reviewing this instead of Marry Me. But I still recommend Marry Me. It's not great,
Absolutely.
but check it out. It'll probably come to Netflix in the future. Check it out then. But yeah, I Want You Back. Oh man, this I think I may even rewatch this. If and when I get another girlfriend. I think this is a good date night movie. So we'll see.
Completely agree with that.
Yes, and my favorite former OC star Ben McKenzie, now anti-NFT proponent on Twitter.
Has Kanye West come out against this movie, considering Pete Davidson's cameo?
Oh, that's true. Pete Davidson does have a cameo.
Has Kanye West been like, "This is the worst movie ever made"?
It does have a pretty great use of Pete Davidson in this
yeah,
movie.
he was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I should have probably said spoiler alert, but whatever. It's fine.
I'm 90% certain you see Pete Davidson in the trailer, so I think we can rest easy on that one.
Yeah,
fair enough.
So perhaps Ben McKenzie would have been a surprise for the OC fans.
How was Ben McKenzie the father of a 16-year-old, 17-year-old? He's not that old, but I don't know.
Well, he did grow up on the rough side of the
track. Anyway, but yeah, those are the two big cameos. I can't. Were there any other? I think those are the only two.
Those are the only ones that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, there was another rom-com I actually wanted to mention that I just watched this past week that was really good. It just got added to HBO Max. It's Long Shot with Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. Really excellent rom-com. Yeah. Another great example of what you can do with the genre.
Right.
I don't know if we reviewed that on the show, but I remember seeing it and really enjoying it and thinking they had fantastic chemistry. And
really great.
And I remember, the jokes being pretty good in that. It wasn't that raunchy, which was good. It was kind of tame from what I remember.
Well, aside from there's a shot that there's a subplot towards the end involving a video of Seth Rogen that's him in a compromising position. But...
Oh, okay. I'll have to revisit that. Nice. I think I actually rewatched The Interview recently. Very, very funny movie. Big Seth Rogen fan. He's fantastic. Oh, yeah. All right. So I Want You Back is currently streaming on Amazon Prime Video. So check that out, guys, if you haven't done so already. It's really good. Absolutely. All right, guys. So we're going to take a short commercial break, but we'll be back with more movie reviews right after this.
Under the Radar is brought to you by Magnitude Jewelry. Add a 2 to match your attitude. Patent pending, interchange genuine gemstone and crystal EMF protection jewelry. For more information, please visit magnitudejewelry.com/gemgirl or call 718-268-6634.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Randy Younger, Under the Radar. And our next movie review tonight is a drama on Netflix right now, streaming on Netflix. It's called The Lost Daughter. And it is actually the feature directorial debut of Maggie Gyllenhaal. She actually also wrote the film, adapted it from a novel by Elena Ferrante. And this is just a very serious drama here. It's a human drama, focuses on Olivia Colman's character, who is just a fantastic British actress. She's won numerous awards for her work in the past. In this film, she plays a woman who's basically confronted with her past, with her demons, when she's on holiday in this lovely I think it's like it's an island or it's a beach resort. It's just a beautiful place, beautiful setting. And she meets another woman played by Dakota Johnson, who is a mother, and this kind of like stirs memories, very dark memories of her as a mother, as a young mother, and basically her trying to come to terms with her mysterious past, so to speak. We also have wonderful supporting roles from Peter Sarsgaard and Ed Harris. Also, Jessie Buckley plays the young Olivia Colman. And yeah, this movie is just really beautiful. It's deep. It's kind of disturbing. It's a great character study. And I think Olivia Colman's Academy Award nomination for her work here is very well deserved. If she does not win, at least she got the nomination. And it's just a great film. I was pretty much enthralled. And what did you guys think, Eric?
I'm a little bit more torn on it. The performances were fantastic. I do agree, especially because also Jessie Buckley is nominated as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the leads absolutely. Like, I think my thing is it's a very interesting movie. I really appreciated the flashbacks between the younger Lita, and I feel like it's definitely asking a lot of very interesting and kind of very difficult conversations about sacrifice and motherhood. And when it was dealing with that, I was really engaged, like especially so the flashbacks. I think my main problem was I felt like the ending didn't come together in a way that really sat with me well. And I think that's why I've kind of been sitting on it for a while. Like it was one of those ones when it ended, I was just like, I'm gonna need to yeah, I had to think about it for a while. And it was just because it just felt like the ending was lacking the punch that I needed to really bring it all home, like to just tie it all together.
Okay.
And so it's like, so you have this really very tense stuff with her in the at the beach stuff where you just have this just uneasiness at all times, like there's always something lingering underneath the surface. And the flashbacks and like I said, just for some reason I felt like the ending then just didn't bring it together as strong as it could, and I feel like that's why I'm kind of more torn on it.
Yeah, the ending was a little abrupt. It kind of had a lot of loose ends. I'm thinking maybe the novel might clear things up.
Which makes me wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of a head scratcher towards the end there, but I think there are moments in the film that are just brilliant filmmaking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess overall, I'm with you there, Eric, that it's something. Some of the it wasn't very cohesive.
Right.
But maybe that was the point.
And I think that's why I like the flashbacks, because the flashbacks were very cohesive. It's like I got everything that was going on there, and I got the emotion, I got the everything. And like I said, the thing that I really liked was the idea of a parent sacrificing themselves for their children, and someone saying, you know what, I'm not going to sacrifice myself for my children. So, and that's going to lead to some bad decisions.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Olivia Colman and Jessie Buckley look nothing alike, but I'm trying to overlook that. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think there's like quite the age difference between. I think we're
Olivia Colman is 48. I guess she was about 47 when she shot this.
Okay.
And Jessie Buckley looks to be maybe like in her early to mid 30s, I'd say. But
she had a hard 40s.
Rachel, what were your thoughts on the film?
I'm really divided about the film. I think that this is a movie that is overall competent. I don't think, and this is just my opinion, this is entirely, like, again, film is very subjective.
Yeah.
And and something can speak to someone and not speak to someone else. I felt like the main character keeps the audience at arm's length for the entire movie. So even in moments like I can deal with an unlikable character, or a character that acts in ways that are unlikable. I can enjoy a story where a character does things like in this movie she cheats on her husband and she leaves her children for 3 years. She just leaves her children. And like, and even like things like the family asking her to move down the beach a little bit.
Great scene.
And her being like, no, I'm not going to do that. And it's literally just a matter of, no, I'm not going to be inconvenienced for you. Like, if I could understand a little bit more of why she does what she does, I think maybe I would have liked the movie a bit better. And that's not on Olivia Colman. I feel like that is on the script and that's on the direction of the movie. But I kind of have to give the movie props for being willing to have a very unlikable female lead.
Right.
And not apologizing for that at any point. I'm pretty divided about it. Right. I think Olivia Colman's great. I think that Jessie Buckley's great. I just don't know that the movie actually has that much to say once you get past, once you see what it is, there isn't much more to like delve into with it.
Right.
It's not like something like we were talking earlier about the Coen brothers. Right. We talked about something like No Country for Old Men. The end of No Country for Old Men ends very abruptly.
Right.
There's a lot of ambiguity to it, and it was perhaps a bit divisive. However, that's a movie that all along I knew what the characters were about, and I knew like they were very willing to let me into their insecurities and their flaws and the, basically their moments of goodness and redemption. And so I was able to connect to all that, and that ending, I could find meaning in it and have things to think about after the fact.
Yeah.
But once I got past, okay, she didn't want to compromise herself for her kids. Once I got past that, I was like, so what else is going on here? And I kind of felt empty. Yeah. Like I didn't really get much else from it past that.
Right.
I wonder if that's kind of like I said, the ending. I'm expecting this answer to like bring it all together, and it doesn't happen. And I wonder if that's what it is. Like the fact that there's like this, like you leave the movie and you're like, I feel there's just like one missing piece to this puzzle that just would bring it all together, and it's just not there.
The answer is there is no answer.
I guess, yeah.
I will say the scene that I probably related to her the most was at the movie theater when she goes to the movies.
Oh, right.
And the guys come in and just are disruptive, and then when she dares to tell them, "Hey, stop that," their reaction is to call her all sorts of names and stuff. I was like, you know what? That's a very common experience for women. Like that's something that happens a lot. That the thing of that a situation can go from an inconvenience or having to confront someone and having it turn violent very quickly.
And the just explosion of raw anger at the helplessness that they're making her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was a scene that stood out really well to me too.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think that since the focus isn't really there, that is probably one of the reasons why this wasn't nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Yeah. I want to give props to Maggie Gyllenhaal, who adapted this screenplay beautifully. And this is her directorial debut. So her feature debut. And I think she knocked it out of the park, being a first time, film here. So
and that's definitely like Coleman and Buckley absolutely earned their nominations. I am 100% like Coleman. I still don't know what a bad performance from her would even look like anymore.
Yeah,
like she's just one of those people that's so easy. It just looks so easy there.
The confrontation between her and the other woman at the toy store where she says, "There's no way you could forget something, like your kid, something from your kids." And she says, "Is that your experience?" And it's just like, honestly, that's the most sticking thing probably for me from the movie that I've thought about after the fact. Like just that super uncomfortableness of and being like, why does she want to be super confrontational? Like, she didn't have to come for her like that. But I guess,
mean, like we were talking about it. like the scene to me that really sums up a lot of her character. The thing that I actually sympathize a lot with her is the fact that when the movie first starts, you have that great scene of her on the beach right near the beginning, and it's just this idyllic, peaceful. She's writing, and then in comes the other family, destroys the whole peace and serenity, and it turns her way away her world away from it into a complete nightmare. And it's like you could tell she's a very introverted person, and just this like I have that too, and it's like I'm trying to have some peace and quiet, and everyone's disrupting it, and I hate everyone because they're disrupting my peace and quiet.
That's
So
me
it's
at
like,
work every day.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, so I got the hate, the not wanting to be nice to him, because it's like I don't want to be nice to you because I'm trying to just, you're destroying my serenity, man.
Yeah.
My serenity now.
But even
Yes.
like, even with characters like Ed Harris, she just wants him to leave as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
Like when he's just trying to be like, I mean, and granted, it's not like she owes him anything
Right.
or whatever, aside from the money for renting the
Right,
place.
but yeah, but I do think
yeah.
that's it. It's just, this is a person who is just like, I want everybody out of the world for like the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I want
Everybody
nobody
leave.
to talk to me, nobody to interact with
Yeah.
me.
Even though, yeah, let's go back to Ed Harris for a second, who was
Mhm.
painfully underused here.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ed Harris. I love pretty much everything. He's another actor who's, I don't think he's ever given a bad performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
The amount of time he has on screen here is probably not even 6 minutes. And
Unfortunately,
yeah, that's like a crime. And
well, it threw me off when he first showed up, because I'm like, wait, where are we? It's like Italy. What's Ed Harris doing in Italy?
and Eric, you mentioned something about a good this might be like a spin-off of the Lighthouse.
Yeah. Well, because at least, that's where, like I said, the most sympathy I had for her was the deeply introverted person, and the fact that she can't even find it's the whole thing of, she can't even find peace in her room because it's cicadas and the lighthouse. And it's like, it's the person who is looking to have a very isolated world that is constantly bombarded by distraction.
Mhm.
And I get the uneasiness and anger that creates.
Yeah.
So in that part, I sympathize with her. But
Yeah.
that's a whole different story than what was there. And that's
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other famous unlikable characters. Probably Dustin Hoffman's Ratso Rizzo in Midnight Cowboy.
I mean, the always evergreen Walter White, Breaking Bad.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's TV.
Yeah,
but yeah.
that's TV, but like I can't think of a more like the most
Well,
unlikable hero.
pretty much both of the main characters from Sideways, like both of them are like both Paul
Yeah, that's
Giamatti
true. That's
and
very
Thomas
true.
A. Church are not likable in very different ways.
Mhm.
Right. They are despicable, especially Thomas Hayden Church, who basically cheats on his fiance or wife with
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a
And breaks
fiance.
Sandra Oh's heart. It's not okay. Still not over that.
Yeah.
well, she breaks his nose, so
Yes.
Yeah, he
yes,
had
she
that.
does.
He had that comment.
Yeah.
that's a great film. That's a modern classic, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So-
again, another movie where they do let you in. Like both of the characters are very unlikable,
Mhm.
but they're willing to let you in and like see like what they're about.
Mhm.
Right.
Where yeah.
That's
I'll
what
be interested to see if there's like things from the book that feel like if the book has what I was looking for, like there it is, like that
Mm.
missing piece.
I think that's usually the case with film adaptations and the original source material.
Mhm.
There's like pieces that didn't transfer too well over onto film. So, but yeah, I might check out the novel in the future. We'll see.
Yeah.
So guys, that's The Lost Daughter. It is now streaming on Netflix. So check it out. If you're an Olivia Colman fan, you'll love it. And if you're curious about Maggie Gyllenhaal's directorial efforts, this is her first one. So check that out as well. So guys, I just want to talk about a film that I got to see. It's called Sundown, and it's actually pretty similar to this. It stars Tim Roth, and he basically plays a father and husband who is on vacation with his family, only to find out that there's a death in the family, and basically they all try to rush back home. I think it's London that they live in, but Tim Roth's character stays behind. He pretends that he can't find his passport, so he could basically stay behind on this beautiful Acapulco beach area, and basically the family leaves. He stays behind, and he just wants some peace and quiet. He doesn't want to deal with his family. He meets a local island woman, and basically they start a sexual relationship, and it's basically him just detaching from his family life and trying to, just do his own thing. Another unlikable character, and it's also at a beach setting. So very similar films. I recommend this one. It's a very quiet film, but it has a lot to say. Tim Roth, I love him. I love pretty much everything he's done as well. Reservoir Dogs comes to mind as, that might be his best film. And
it would be a tie between that or Full Monty.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, no.
I was gonna say,
Sorry. I was thinking I got
I was gonna say
confused
he's not in Full
I got
Monty.
confused with Robert Carlyle there for a
Excuse me.
second.
I was
Okay.
like, wait
Similar.
a minute, he is.
I'm wrong. You're right. No, what movie am I thinking
You
of?
know what? He was one of the only good things about Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes remake.
Oh wow!
Well, it's
Yeah.
crazy. He's going to be coming back to Marvel for She-Hulk.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. Has he been in any of the other MCU movies?
Technically, he was because he's the Abomination. So he was in
Shang-Chi, really,
because technically
yeah.
he was in Shang-Chi as
Okay.
the CG version of him, but
Yeah.
he'll be back in human form. They've confirmed for She-Hulk.
Mhm.
But he got his start in the Incredible Hulk as the Abomination.
Okay.
And then he's technically back in Shang-Chi, and then they've said for certain that his human and Abomination version will be featured in the She-Hulk TV show.
Nice. Looking forward to that. Also, Pulp Fiction. Almost forgot about him. And
Yes, and Hateful Eight, and
Mhm.
there's. I think he's also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like Tarantino loves working with him.
Yeah.
So.
great chemistry between filmmaker and actor. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, this movie very, very similar to The Lost Daughter, I must say, aesthetically and psychologically. So I recommend it highly if you get a chance. So this is Sundown, and it is currently playing in select theaters. And I
wonder if
yeah.
I was just thinking, I think there's probably like a subgenre of movies about vacations gone wrong.
Well, isn't that what White Lotus is all about?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I'm also thinking, I was just doing some random Wikipedia research. The Impossible with Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
That's a vacation gone wrong.
That is
Yeah,
a
I'd say.
vacation gone very wrong. Yes.
And
Our
also
future Spider-Man.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Because Tom Holland, that was one of his first movies.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
He was,
He was just
yeah.
a young kid in that. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many great vacation gone wrong movies. I love it. Good stuff. Oh, also, wasn't there an Owen Wilson movie where one of the few times where he plays like an action hero, where he's on vacation with his family and there's like an earthquake or something?
This
don't
sounds
remember.
super familiar.
But I'm like, yeah. Because I know action movies he did, it was that weirdly that and that Behind Enemy Lines.
Which wasn't that bad, actually.
Yeah.
One of the last Gene Hackman roles.
That's right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Great. He did that the same year as Royal Tenenbaums, 2001. Interesting.
That's crazy to think about.
All right. So, I just also meant to mention that The Lost Daughter is also currently playing in select theaters as well as Netflix. So there you go. That must be that, I could definitely see myself going to the theater to see that, because I don't know, again, visually striking, really beautiful film. So that'd be great on the big screen. All right, guys. So Sundown, check that out. I just want to mention some coming attractions for the week that this episode is going to air. We've got a dramedy called 3 Months. We've got Cyrano, the Peter Dinklage version, classic tale. I think the most recent was, or one of the few recent times, was the one with Steve Martin, Roxanne.
Yes,
Yeah,
Roxanne.
big fan of that one.
Great movie. Still holds up.
And the Cyrano being a full musical at that.
Yep.
That's cool. So yeah, that should be really good. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's going to be distributed by A24 Films. So
Sounds about right.
yeah. And you know that we love that company on Under the Radar.
Yeah.
It's true.
All of their
Very
output
true.
is amazing. So yeah. All right. So Cyrano. We also have a comedy horror music film called Studio 666, which it's
With the Foo Fighters.
yeah, it's like a Foo Fighters horror comedy.
Yeah, it's the Foo Fighters. It's like they decide to go record in a haunted house, and Dave Grohl gets possessed by the devil to like write the greatest like rock song, and it's either going to be really bad or super campy good, and I have no idea which route it's going to be.
I know. It could either be really terrible or really great. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It looks like David Grohl is going to be killing some Foo Fighters, though.
Oh dear. So that should be interesting. All right, we also have a Norwegian action film called The Burning Sea. We have an action thriller called Gasoline Alley, starring Devon Sawa, Bruce Willis, and Luke Wilson. So it's an interesting cast.
Very interesting.
I don't know how I feel about this because Bruce Willis's latest output has not been stellar.
Yeah.
He's so hit or miss. It's weird.
Yeah, he needs like a good like psychological drama, like The Sixth Sense again, something to just kind of
I completely agree.
revitalize his career a little bit because he picks these like direct to DVD.
Yeah, I wish, because it's like I feel like the last time that I saw Bruce Willis movie, I'm like, wow, you actually got Bruce Willis to care, was Looper. Like,
oh yeah,
it's like, wow, Rian Johnson, you actually got Bruce Willis to show up and like give a damn, and he gave a great performance.
Yeah.
He needs to do a movie with Nicolas Cage, definitely.
True.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, side note, this isn't coming out for I think a couple more, maybe a month or two, but the incredible weight of massive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think this might be my favorite movie of the year. So I mean, I haven't even seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to make the cut.
I'm very excited about it. It looks great.
It does.
Yeah, that'll be a good show. Definitely, we're going to review that. All right, so next up, here's an interesting one actually. It's called Big Gold Brick, and it's a fantasy comedy. It's got Emery Cohen, Andy Garcia, Megan Fox, Lucy Hale, Oscar Isaac, and I'll just read the synopsis real quick. An enigmatic middle-aged father of two enlists the help of fledgling writer Samuel Liston to pen his biography.
I saw the trailer for this.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Mhm.
The circumstances leading up to the arrangement are astonishing, and efforts to write the biography are quickly stymied by ensuing chaos. Basically, they had me at Oscar Isaac because I know you guys are fans too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors of this generation, of our generation.
So funny thing, we were actually watching, is it Vanity Fair that does the?
Yep.
So Vanity Fair does these basically spanning careers, and they did one with John Goodman, and John Goodman loves Oscar Isaac. Like, he talked about working with him in Inside Llewyn Davis and could not say enough nice things about him and how much he just enjoyed working with him.
That's awesome. I'm leading up to with my Coen brothers quest to rewatch everything. That's coming up.
Even J.J. Abrams realized what a mistake it would be to have, like, wait, we're going to have Oscar Isaacs in a Star Wars movie? We're going to kill him in 10 minutes? Like, no. Got to change that. He's in for the rest of the movies.
Even the card counter, that was a really good performance, I must say. I didn't love the movie as a whole, but his work in that was great.
I mean, just for me, between Inside Llewyn Davis and Ex Machina, like, he's given so many great performances, and those two especially shine so much.
I think the first thing I saw him in was Drive.
Yeah, he was great in that.
He's so good. He's just he kind of reminds me. He's like the new Robert De Niro in a weird way.
Mhm. I can see that.
Yeah.
And soon, well, and then by the end of the year, he'll be Spider-Man 2099 and Across the Spider-Verse.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, Oscar Isaac, he's definitely one of my favorite working actors.
Mhm.
Can't get enough of them.
Absolutely.
So that movie is called Big Gold Brick. So we're gonna keep that in mind. We're gonna put a bookmark on that one. We also have a comedy drama romance called Butter, and that has a supporting cast of Mira Sorvino, Ravi Patel, and Micklety Williamson, who was Bubba in Forrest Gump. So
Interesting.
I know he's got a very random career. He had a small part in Con Air as well.
Yep.
And yeah, he just pops up randomly in random movies and TV shows. So that's called Butter. Okay, and lastly, we have a thriller starring Naomi Watts called The Desperate Hour, and she's a pretty good actress. I enjoy her work. I think a couple years back there was a rumor of her being cast in the Birds remake. A remake
Yeah,
of
I think I
the
remember
Hitchcock.
that.
Yeah, I don't think it obviously didn't happen. I don't know if she's still attached or if it's even moving forward at all, but I think that would have been pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool. So that's what's coming out this week. Also, I wanted to mention some new Blu-ray releases I got in the mail, and we're actually going to be doing a commentary for this hopefully soon. And Wayne's World, the 30th anniversary Steelbook Blu-ray. This is the ultimate Wayne's World home video. You need to get this, and we're gonna fire this baby up in a couple weeks for the commentary. I'm assuming you guys are big fans of the franchise.
Oh yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So,
That was a very seminal comedy for me growing up.
yeah. Yeah, just thinking about the movie puts a smile on my face. It's just such a great, and I think it was one of the first, if not the first SNL skit adaptations to film.
Blues Brothers, I think it would be the
Oh, are you
first, maybe.
Was that the
Blues Brothers was one of, I think Blues Brothers might have been the first.
I think Blues. Yeah, I think
Blues Brothers?
well,
Okay.
I think it was
Yeah.
definitely like Wayne's World was
I
definitely.
was gonna say
one of
Blues
the
Brothers and
best.
Wayne's World are by
Yeah.
far, not even close, the most successful
Yeah,
of those.
they're the ones
And
who.
there's-
If we're leaving out the Lonely Island guys
Yeah.
and their movies.
Okay. And also, yeah, that's quite a gap. So I think Blues Brothers was 1980. Wayne's
Yeah.
World is 92. So that's a 12-year gap between movies. So
Yeah.
Well, they did have. I think they had some other movies like It's Pat, but they just weren't
Yeah.
very
One,
successful.
like I said, it's
well,
Wayne's World.
that was
made
it's
the writers
Pat.
count,
Yeah, they did Coneheads. They
That's
did
right.
It's Pat. Those were after Wayne's World. So that's like
Oh, okay.
1994 and 19 I forget which.
Oh, no.
sorry. It was
Night at the Roxbury.
Coneheads was 93. It's Pat was 94. Roxbury was 98, I believe.
Mhm.
And then they came out with the god awful Ladies Man, which was 2001.
Oh, didn't
Did we mention Night at the
Superstar
Roxbury?
the
Oh, and
Superstars? Yeah,
Superstar,
Mary,
yes,
she
yes,
got
yes,
her
yes.
own
90,
too.
that was like 99, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, side note, I've recently on my lunch break been watching old SNL skits on YouTube. And I'm just going through pretty much all the Mike Myers stuff, and I love this man's work. I really wish he would do or would have done more movies as himself, kind of like So I Married an Axe Murderer,
Yeah.
where he's not either Austin Powers or Shrek.
Right.
He needed to do more stuff as himself, as Mike Myers, as a normal guy. But
Or like weird cameos like he did in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, yeah.
right. Or in Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's right.
Or The Love Guru. Oh goodness.
Oh,
oh.
yeah.
We're not going to talk about that one.
Why, why, Mike? Why did he do that? But, yeah, he definitely needs to. He needs to do more movies because he's not that old. He's not even 60 yet. So I think he should get back to it. But yeah. Oh, continuing down the list of new releases. sidetrack. DC film, we've got Catwoman Hunted. So
okay.
I'm totally behind on my DC animated universe. So it's good to have this in the collection. I have to lead my way up to it, but this is out now on Blu-ray, as is Wayne's World. And lastly, guys, this is actually coming out on February 22nd. And
Yes.
yes. This is a fantastic film. If you guys haven't seen it, watching right now, Ridley Scott does it yet again. You've got an all-star cast, as you can see, and it's just a wonderful crime drama thriller. So those are all coming out. We've got Wayne's World, we got Catwoman. Those are out now. House of Gucci is coming soon on February 22nd. So check those out, guys. So, all right. And now it's time for you guys. Do you have any plugs yourself?
Me, I think I'm just gonna watch some Wayne's World sketches on SNL.
Yes. Party on.
Yep.
Party on, Wayne.
Yeah, I guess. Rachel?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Second Act Bake Shop. You can see the final project that I just did for my Bake Shop 4 class. I just did a cake inspired by Molly Ringwald from 16 Candles. The prompt was Sweet 16, and the cake is based on her look and a couple other key moments from the movie. So you can check it out there, see the progression of it. And you can also find our dog, the unofficial mascot of Under the Radar,
Yes.
Dobby on Instagram.
Oh. Oh.
There he is.
Yes, there he is. Yes, Dobby the house doggo on Instagram.
Look at him.
I'm sorry, buddy. You can go back to sleep.
Yes.
Thank you. That's awesome, guys. Well, that about does it, I think. I just want to thank you guys. Rachel, Eric, always a pleasure. You know that you're always welcome on the show, and your insight and your wit is always welcome on the show. So thank you for joining me tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And guys watching at home, you could check out previous episodes of Under the Radar on the YouTube channel. Just subscribe to that and share it with your friends and family. You could also catch new episodes of Under the Radar on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. It's the Lifestyle Channel 2. You can also check it out on cable TV channels FiOS 34, RCN 83, and Spectrum 56 and 1996. So yeah, with that, I want to say thank you once again. And this has been Under the Radar. I'm Randy Unger. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.